What's up? It's your girl, Chris Kalen. Welcome back to the Princess Diaries. Today's guest is a community builder, storyteller, and a James Beard Award winner who proves that food is never just food. KJ Kearney is the host of PBS Digital Studios, Citizen, Better, and the founder of Black Food Fridays, the social media advocacy movement encouraging people to support Black-owned restaurants every Friday. A community organizer with Charleston Promise Neighborhood, KJ works as the intersection of food, politics, and culture. From drafting Charleston's Red Rice Day proclamation to launching his Substack, Who Made the Potato Salad, which is one of my favorite Substacks, I must say. His works connects history, equity, and everyday action in ways that brings people to the table, literally and not just figuratively. Welcome to the Princess Suite, KJ. How are you?
I'm wonderful. That was good.
Thank you.
Good.
I try a little razzle dazzle every now and then. I tell people I'm nosy for goodness.
Fair. I like that.
But I'm super excited that you're here. Like, I've been following your journey for a long time to see when everything started. So I'm super excited to have this conversation. But before we start, how are you today?
Oh, that's a good. No one's ever brought me on a podcast and asked me that question first.
Really?
Yeah. So I appreciate that. How am I doing? I am doing very well.
That's good.
Today was a good day. So we're going to end the day with a wonderful conversation.
Absolutely. Love your hat, by the way.
Thank you.
Shout out to Sweetgrass. All right, so let's dive into it. You often say that food and politics are intertwined. What was the moment when that connection became undeniable to you?
Ooh, that is a great question. I would say the first time I fully recognized that was when I wrote the proclamation for Red Rice Day. You know West Bellamy. Yeah. Dr. West Bellamy. Yeah. And, I saw that he wrote a proclamation when he was on city council for Charlottesville. And I asked him, is that hard to do? And he was like, nah, he sent me his proclamation. It was like, here's kind of the format and, do what you do. And so when I wrote my proclamation, I was very honest about Charleston's role in chattel slavery and the abuse of our ancestors. And then maybe like the last 2 or 3 lines, it was like, Red Rice is awesome. And there was no pushback from city council. So that was like one of the first times I realized, you can really use food to slide in some political messaging. And it's been on and popping since then. Literally ever since then.
And when I saw you do it, I was just kind of like, oh, this is neat. Because a lot of people, they don't understand the history behind it. So for our viewers that may not know, what's a little bit of history behind Red Rice?
Okay, so I would say that red rice is the American cousin of West African jollof because we share DNA, right? So our ancestors, Gullah Geechee people, our ancestors are from West Africa, and jollof is a dish that they eat in West Africa. And so when you come to America, you have us. When I say America, I mean specifically the United States. Right. You have us with red rice, but then jambalaya ain't nothing but like wet red rice. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, seriously.
It's pretty much the same thing. And so even in Mexico, right, they have red rice with some of their dishes as well. So it traveled from West Africa. We just have done a very good job of holding on to that one piece of culinary history.
Absolutely. And I just love the history behind it. All right. So Black Food Fridays started as a social media initiative. Did you envision it ever becoming a James Beard Award-winning movement?
No. To answer your question, no. I did not see it becoming a James Beard anything because, to be frank, I didn't know James Beard existed before I started Black Food Fridays. I did not do this for awards. Right. I did it because I saw a need in the market. And I didn't know if COVID was going to last 2 weeks, 2 months. But whatever it was going to be, I was like, let me help Black people out in whatever ways I can. And so for it to have opened up doors of James Beard and Emmy nominations and Telly Awards and all this other cool stuff, I'd be lying if I told you that I planned or envisioned that, because a lot of the stuff that's happened to me, I didn't even know existed.
Right. And I feel like when you're just doing things from an authentic space and you're growing it from an authentic space, things like that happen because people genuinely care about your opinion and what you're doing. So like, for those who may not know, what is James Beard? What is the distinction?
Ooh, good. What I tell people is the James Beard Award is the Grammy Awards for food.
Okay.
And so it's mostly known for chefs, restaurants, restaurant groups. But a couple years ago, they started opening up to the media world. So you have cookbook authors, you have television hosts, and social media influencers who are now eligible to win this prestigious award. So I've only been doing Black Food Fridays at that point for 4 years, and I've been nominated twice. And so that fourth year is when I won and learned that it was a big deal, but I didn't realize how big a deal it was until after I won.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, knowing that and you got the award, so, like, what do you think are the characteristics or that you need to be a food critic?
Okay. So this is KJ talking now, all right? This is me. My opinion is that the internet is a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. Let me start off with that. And I do think that if it wasn't for the low barrier of entry, I wouldn't have been in the game, right?
Right.
I didn't come from a culinary background. I didn't go to culinary arts school. My parents aren't chefs or restaurant owners. This was just a passion that I had to combine my love of food and Black people and put it in one thing. So I'm grateful for the opportunity that it presented. But I think I can answer it best by telling you a little bit of a story that this woman named Toni Tipton Martin, as a Black woman, food journalist, she'd been doing this for a very long time. And when we met in person the first time, I didn't know she knew who I was because, you know, in my mind, she like up here.
Right.
And she was like, I know who you are, and I'm not going to lie, I didn't like you or your type. You know, and I'm like, all right.
Great first impression.
Yeah. But she was like, it's because the internet has reduced the amount of rigor that people put into this work.
Yeah.
So for her, she remembers before the internet, when she wanted to write about Gullah Geechee people, she had to catch a plane and drive to Johns Island and knock on random people's doors and hope that some Black woman would want to talk to her about red rice.
Right.
Now, everything's at your fingertips.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I think a critic needs to be someone that has some rigor to their work. Mm-hmm. I think anybody can have a food opinion. Mm-hmm. I think anybody can have a palate, right? We all have palates. Right. We all have different tastes. But if you're going to critique a business, if you're going to critique a dish, then you should have some knowledge, whether it be institutional or otherwise,
right,
on like, what are the tenets of that dish? What are the pillars of that dish? What are the spices that are supposed to be here? What's the temperature it's supposed to be at? Even if you don't know every single thing, if you don't know anything, I think it's hard for you to call yourself a critic. Let me rephrase that. I think it should be hard for you to call yourself a critic. But like I said, that low area, that barrier of entry, just let people call themselves whatever they want to call themselves.
Listen, I watch enough Is This Cake for them to bring me on Netflix, and I think I can do it.
That's real. Real.
I'm a self-proclaimed Is a Cake tester outer.
Fair.
But yeah, no, I agree. And you know, from the outside looking in, because like, granted, I'm not in the culinary arts world, but just when I occasionally go by, I'll make a reel every once in a while. But it's just like, I feel like when you are calling yourself a critic, it has to be some type of credibility, real credibility behind it to me. And like you said, when I think about like Gordon Ramsay, when he goes and there's like his kitchen takeover, this is you have experience, not only education, but real life experience behind what you're doing. So,
and let me be clear, when I say rigor, that rigor does not have to come through somebody's school.
Right.
You know what I mean? Education comes in a variety of ways.
How you get your 10,000 hours.
Correct, right? So even for me, my credibility in this space did not come because I studied food history or because I went to culinary arts school. It's because I dedicated myself to learning and reading and asking people questions and going to events, shaking hands, kissing babies, like getting as much real world information as I could, so that when I spoke on something, I could speak from some kind of place of authority.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, if you don't want to go to school, fine.
Right.
But you better put the work in somehow.
And be knowledgeable about what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
All right, so how do you balance celebrating Black culture through food while also addressing historical traumas that are connected to the history?
I don't really address a lot of historical trauma, to be frank.
True.
I don't want to spend a whole lot of my time talking about how much white people suck.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we know what they have done. They know what they have done. I'd rather spend my energy uplifting a business or a chef or a cuisine that maybe people don't know about versus just going on the internet and beating people over the head with the same information, because it's 2026.
Right.
And at this point, if you have to learn about disenfranchisement, food deserts, fine, everybody get in where they fit in, but I'm not going to spend all my time woe is me and you know, whatever the case may be. I want to uplift my people and if anything, like, push us towards a future where we are innovating and being like really adopting the spirit of innovation, because a lot of times I see we want things to kind of stay the same.
Yeah.
And there is something to be said about preservation.
Yeah.
But there's also something to be said about like getting off your ass and trying something new.
Yeah.
Because what is tradition to us today was an innovation to somebody 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago. Somebody had to start it before it could become a thing that everybody does.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my mind frame on that.
I agree. So you ran a couple years ago. 10 years ago now.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I was going to say a couple. Oh, my gosh. I don't want to feel that old.
Time flies. Yeah.
All right. So 10 years ago, you ran for the State House, and you said losing was a blessing in disguise. So how did that prepare you for what you're doing now?
Running for office was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life.
Really?
Because you are constantly begging for other people's approval.
Yeah.
And I'm not that kind of dude.
When you think about it, like, yeah.
Yeah, like you, please vote for me, please vote for me, please vote for me. You have to convince people that you know what you're doing.
Right.
You got to convince people that you have their best interest in heart. I'm not really good at that because I just really believe in myself. So I kind of walk around with the spirit of, I know what I'm doing, even if I don't know what I'm doing,
right.
you know? But when you're running for office,
But Nico, can you please? Because you need to move.
That's all right. That's all right, Mars. That was real. That happened. That was real, y'all. Don't take that out. Keep that in, dog.
Because you're doing too much.
It's all good.
You'll be fine.
Dogs
okay.
are like puppies, man. I mean, dogs are like puppies. Dogs are like children.
They
you know?
are. Oh, my God.
That's why I don't have either. Zero.
Listen. So 10 years ago, you ran for the State House, and later you said that losing was a blessing in disguise. So how did that loss prepare you for everything that you're doing right now?
Losing in the State House taught me a lot of positive things, right? One of the things that it taught me was that everybody wants to be heard. Everybody wants to be heard. I remember the last week of the campaign, I told my campaign manager that I'm going to lose, Donald Trump is going to win, and we need to create a plan. Because I was out here knocking on doors. I was trying to go to Republican meetings or bars where Republicans hang out, and I would buy people beer and be like, yo, I'm running for office. Can I ask you some questions?
Right.
I remember this old white woman looked me in my eye and said, I thought all Democrats were spineless bitches. The fact that you came in this bar and you talked to me, I respect that. I'm not voting for you, but I respect that. And so that prepared me for my eventual career, which I would then leave education and go into community organizing.
Right.
So I got my first job as a community organizer after running a good race. But that level of on the ground, talking to people that you don't know, that don't know you, who have a different opinion than you, that was really a life-changing experience, not just for Black Food Fridays, but for me as a person.
Right.
I realized that everyone has a story and everybody wants to feel heard. And if you do a good job of making people feel heard, they'll rock with you. No matter how crazy you are, if they be like, he has my best interest in heart, they'll rock with you.
Dang, that's crazy. I'm like, oh, give me my beer back. Like, no beer for you.
No beer for you.
All right. Through Citizen Better, you focus on civic engagement. So what does being a better citizen actually mean?
Ooh, that is a loaded question, bruh. Okay.
A loaded big potato.
A loaded big potato. So I will say for me, being a better person is being a person who is aware, right? And aware means of your strengths. It means being aware of your weaknesses. There was an organizer a long time ago. His name was Saul Alinsky, and he said the only way to change the world is to accept the world for what it is. You cannot change the world. If you think the world is perfect as is, there's nothing for you to fix. So you're not going to fight to change the world. You're not going to fight to improve systems. So for me, just in the simplest form, I would say being a better person is someone who's aware and willing to be challenged and willing to have their mind changed and expanded, because we can always learn and we can always do better. And if you're not trying to do better or even willing to be taught something new so you can be a better person or be better for your community, then that is the antithesis of being a good person.
I kind of feel like that goes when people are like, I don't see color. I need you to.
That's a lie.
You're like,
you do see color.
I need you to. So you saying that is the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yo, you know the River Dogs general manager, his name is Dave. Shout out to Dave. Dave and I were on the same, we was in this thing called Furman University has this thing called Diversity Leadership Institute. Mm-hmm. And Dave was in my cohort, like in my little group. And we were having a conversation. Dave said, yeah, KJ, I was brought up not to see race. And I said, Dave, that is disrespectful to your baseball players.
Yeah.
He said, what you mean? Because if you don't see race, then you don't see the difference between a Venezuelan and a Puerto Rican and a Colombian and a Mexican. They may all be Spanish speakers or Latin or however you want to, but they are different. They have different cares, different concerns. And so to not see color is to not see them fully.
Yes.
And he was like, damn, I never thought of it that way.
Because no one ever told him to think about it another way. Yeah. And that's just the thing. When you said that, so I used to work for a River Dog community and community relations. And this is something I said I was going to take to my grave and I was never going to tell anybody. So I feel like this was not a part of the job description. And I'm bringing it up because it's Black History Month. Do you know that I had to put on the mascot uniform?
Oh, man, I thought you were going to say something bad.
Oh, that's not bad.
Kids love Charlie.
I don't care.
Fair.
I literally thought about staph infection. Like, I would be fully clothed in there about to die. Like, I was wearing masks before COVID was a thing.
Fair. Those suits is probably nasty.
They didn't wash it. They sprayed it with, like, vodka, like some concoction they made. It was
not even no Lysol.
No, it was like, because certain things you could put on the suit. So, yeah, I said I was going to take that to my grave, but.
Sorry.
Yeah, now that's here.
That's gross. I just want to be honest. That's nasty. Dave, you might do it, but you need to get them suits washed, bro. Right. That's nasty. Vodka? Nah, bro.
It was like vodka, lavender, some type of concoction that they mixed. It was gross.
Find a dry cleaner.
It was so disgusting. Okay, we're gonna shift gears quickly.
That was traumatic for you, dog.
I had to go.
Yeah.
For Princess of Charleston? What? Like, okay, you're laughing too hard now.
Well, I mean, because I never thought of him that perspective. You know what I mean?
It was.
Yeah, that's wild.
They literally had people who did that, and it's like when they didn't show up. Why am I volunteering as tribute to do this?
You can fit in the suit.
I don't care.
They're not gonna put me in that suit. I can't fit in that suit. So that's the plus size of being plus size, baby.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. The words 0 out of 10 would not recommend. All right, so your Substack. I love your Substack. I love getting the emails. I love reading it.
Thank you.
So it's called Who Made the Potato Salad, which is such a layered title, I feel like. But what does that question represent to you beyond the cookout joke?
What it represents to me is essentially a dog whistle, right? Most of the time when we use that phrase dog whistle, it's in something negative, you know? But it's also something to let other people know that we are a part of the same culture without having to say we are a part of the same culture. So for me, it's just a silent but loud way to let people know that if you're into a certain group of things as it relates to food, this is probably going to be the podcast for you. Not yet. This will probably be the newsletter for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, what made you? Because I know you had your Black Food Friday, so you just wanted another way to communicate with your.
No, we about to talk business. What I wanted was an opportunity to own my followers.
Yes.
Instagram don't belong to me.
No.
Facebook don't belong to me. I got 218,000 followers, which to some people is a lot. To some people, it ain't shit.
Right.
But I don't own those followers. Facebook, Meta, they own all that data.
Right.
So on the newsletter, even though my newsletter is, much smaller in comparison, I have like 13,000 subscribers, I can reach out to them anytime I want. And as I grow in business and learn how to go from just a content creator to someone who uses content to running an actual business, I want to own as much of my ecosystem as I can. And so a newsletter allows me the opportunity to, one, say what I want to say without worrying about getting banned or something like that.
Right.
But then also, I own those email addresses. So if I ever want to leave Substack, I can just download all them email addresses and go to a new client and keep it moving, you know?
And what was that learning curve like? Because I know a lot of people, once they get all their content, they go viral. A lot of people don't know what to do once they go viral.
I didn't know what to do when I went viral. The first time I went viral, my phone was hot, bro. Like, it was just boom, boom, boom. But no one tells you what to do. So,
right.
You know, I'm telling y'all now, okay? Own your own newsletter. If you don't do nothing else, go own a newsletter so that when you go viral, you can push people to a platform that you actually own.
Yeah.
That is the biggest thing. How to make money off it, there's a million ways to make money off it. But if you don't own the way to contact your own people, and you ain't never gonna make no money on it.
I tell people, emails are everything.
It's everything.
Emails are golden. Like, I want your email. Like,
yeah, no, for real. Even more than phone numbers. Like, phone numbers are great, but people switch numbers all the time now.
You're gonna keep that email. I have email from high school that
I literally deleted 2 email addresses last night watching the Super Bowl because they were just sitting. Like, I'm not using them.
Yeah.
So I got rid of them. But yeah, most people don't do that.
Yeah. That's neat. So for someone who wants to build a community in their own city, where should they start? What in any genre or whatever, just building community.
Community is a verb.
Mm-hmm. I literally just had this conversation with someone. I was like, I feel like a lot of times we want community, but we don't want to be villagers in other people's community.
Come on, somebody.
We just want people to show up for us.
The example that I like to use is Atlanta as a city, right? It's cool because we can go to a Falcons game, or we can go to a strip club, we can get lemon pepper wings. There's a whole culture in Atlanta. But one day, 80 years ago, somebody had to say, I'm going to build what I want right here, right now. They didn't go to New York City. They didn't go to D.C. They stayed right there in Atlanta, and they built what they wanted to see. And what the internet does is it shows us so many communities out there. It does not show those communities being built or created. So we don't have a lot of respect for the people who build community or maintain the community. We just move to a city and be like, how come this city don't have this?
Right.
You build it then. Like, if it's that serious, you build it. But most of us don't have the skill set. No one taught us how to build community.
Right.
So, you know, I'm saying this with grace, right? But also, you got to do some work. So if you want community, number one, you got to look inside yourself. Remember I talked about being aware?
Yeah.
You got to look inside yourself and be like, do I really want community? And if you do, then either you need to do the research to find out who is already doing the thing you want to do and join their thing, because the cost of building community is high.
Yes.
So I would advise you to go join somebody else's community, and if that don't work, then build something.
Yeah.
Or try to build something anyway.
Immediately when you said Atlanta, in my mind, Atlanta is Gotham City. I will never forgive Atlanta for busting my windows. But and it wasn't the whole Atlanta, but I just group everybody out.
You did, bro. You gave everybody in Atlanta the scarlet letter.
Gotham City.
Damn.
But when you said Atlanta, immediately I thought about the lemon pepper matcha.
Which I think I can't wait to try.
You have to send me I tried
Why don't
matcha.
you want to try it?
No. I tried matcha and I clearly didn't. So people were just like, my friend told me just go try matcha. She didn't tell me I had to put the different pumps, so I just got matcha. It tastes like hot grass. And I was like, patooey.
Yes.
I'm never trying this again. And so everyone's like, you got to add vanilla and lavender. So like, I just need instructions on what to get, where to get it.
I'm so glad we're having this conversation.
Please.
Because I am a tea nerd.
Okay.
Matcha's just tea.
And I like tea.
Yeah, it's just green tea ground up into a powder.
Okay.
That's all it is. So, first of all, somebody should have told you that.
Yeah.
So you would have had the right expectation going into it.
Everyone gave me all wrong instructions. Terrible, all of you.
You're all horrible. So, number one, it does taste like grass.
Yes.
I'm okay with that, right? The healthier something is, more likely it's going to be bitter.
Right.
So it's just part of the game. There are ways to sweeten it that it doesn't like overpower it, but not even overpower, but doesn't take away the medicinal benefits. Like I like to use honey, or I like to use agave.
Okay.
You can sweeten it via various plant-based milks.
Okay.
But you're gonna have to just learn how to drink matcha straight up, like with hot water and like powder. I know how to make matcha. I went to a matcha making class.
Oh, you're very deep with matcha.
Very deep. Very deep. And I will say it's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
So the fact that you don't like it, I ain't shocked by that.
Okay.
I would say give it another chance. Go somewhere that serves ceremonial grade matcha.
Okay.
Right? That way you can get the good stuff. If the fact that you said matcha and pumps, I'm like, what's that about?
I went to Starbucks. They told me to go to Starbucks.
Absolutely not.
Hey, don't shoot the messenger.
You're right.
They told me what to do, and I was trying to be a trendy person.
Yeah.
So I followed the trend.
Starbucks sucks in general.
Yeah.
Coffee, tea, it's all trash. I would never tell someone to go to Starbucks for a delicious anything. But anyway, that's for another day.
That's true.
Yes, because they ain't paying to be on this podcast. We're not gonna keep talking about this.
Not at all.
Absolutely. But I got some places for you.
Please.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, let's do this. I'm excited.
I want to give matcha another shot.
You do need to.
I want to, because that first experience was 0 out of 10. Would not recommend.
I get that.
So.
Do you drink espresso?
I am Miss Espresso.
You know you could put them together. Do like a dirty matcha. We'll talk after this. After this.
Okay, sorry. Focus, Chris. Let's wrap this up. Okay. All right. So, what makes you try a new Black-owned restaurant? Word of mouth or Instagram?
Those are my only two options.
Yes. Rapid fire. Okay, if you have another one, throw it in.
No. I'm going to just stick to the format. So, I would say Instagram. Okay. But not Instagram in the sense that somebody else is bigging it up. Mm-hmm. If I come across it on Instagram, that's enough for me. By virtue of it being Black-owned is enough for me to try it. Full stop. That's it. I don't need it to be hyped up. That's me now.
But that's how I felt about the pizza place in Brooklyn. I saw you went there, and
Cuts and Slices.
I went there, but like they were closed when I was up there, and like I don't know what it was, but I was so upset. Is it as good?
Yes.
Okay, I have to go back.
Absolutely. It's worth flying to New York for.
I know.
I'm gonna be real. It's worth. And there's
I wanted that oxtail pizza so.
Ma'am, that dude got mad at me. The guy who owned the restaurant.
Why?
He got mad at me because I posted another Black-owned restaurant that was making oxtail pizza, and he DM'd me and he was like, you remember that Drake thing? It was like he stole my word, bar for bar, word for word, right? My man was like that about pizza, and I was like, I hear you, my guy, but like I'm not about to. Everybody people put whatever they want on the pizza. Right. If anything, you should be flattered.
Right.
You should be flattered that people are imitating your style, but he didn't feel that way.
Oh, well. Yeah, I mean, how does he think Domino's feels about Pizza Hut?
I mean, to be real, Domino's don't give a shit about Pizza Hut.
Not at all.
They're just trying to get their money.
Exactly.
Come on, somebody.
It doesn't matter. Okay, so next time I have to. What's a restaurant that you would like recommend? Like your top 3?
Anywhere in the world? Anywhere. In Charleston, Black? Give me some parameters because I got lots of restaurants.
Okay. Black. It doesn't have anywhere.
Black and anywhere.
Yes.
Okay, the first 3 that come to my mind are number 1.
And why?
Ooh, and why?
Yes.
Number 1 is going to be Bintu.
I was talking about someone with that today. And I still have not tried. I need to try. I've never had fufu, any African dish. I need to go.
So
and it's Black History Month.
It's Black History Month.
So I have to.
So number 1, Bintu is a Senegalese restaurant. Senegal is West African. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the stuff that Bintu is also her name. So a lot of the stuff that Bintu serve is stuff that we already used to eating.
Right.
We already eat okra. We already eat rice. We already eat fried fish. We already eat greens. Like we eat most of this stuff. There's some stuff that she prepares that's in a different way, like suya, which is Nigerian mostly. But like suya is just beef. Like you already eat beef. Anyway, I've probably spent, I'm not exaggerating, $2,000 in that restaurant. I'm not lying.
You're part owner.
I should get some dividends, bro.
Right.
But she just got nominated. She's a semifinalist for James Beard Award.
Congratulations.
Yeah. So she would be the first one. The second one that comes to mind is going back to Atlanta.
Okay.
Bomb Biscuit.
Okay.
It's ran by a Black woman named Erica Council. Erica Council's family is from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And her grandmother owned Mama Dips. Mama Dips is closed now, but Mama Dips was like what Bertha's is to Charleston.
Oh.
That's what Mama Dips was to Chapel Hill.
Ooh.
So that's the stock she come from.
Okay.
And
I'm intrigued. I've heard enough.
And she makes a lemon pepper chicken biscuit with peach jam. Bruh.
You know what?
Take the trip.
I'm going to.
Go.
Lock my doors. Take a rental car.
That's fair. and then the third one is going to be very hard because there's so many dope restaurants. But I want to give a special shout out to the real super duper foodies. London, Ontario. Okay.
Ooh.
There is a restaurant owned by a husband and wife inside a museum called Yaya's.
Okay.
and she's Nigerian. Yaya's does a African tasting menu. And so I have to be honest, full disclosure, they flew me out there to try it. Mm-hmm. So you had to catch the flight. Charleston has a direct flight to Toronto. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah. I go to Toronto a lot.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Check that out. Yeah,
check that out. Charleston International Airport.
Pro tip.
I'm going to say, give us a sponsorship. Thank you. So I can fly there.
Exactly. So fly into Toronto, then you get on the train, take the train from Toronto to London. But they do an African tasting menu where they explore the breadth of African food through a bunch of different dishes. So they're like, we had injera tacos. You ever had Ethiopian food?
No, I haven't.
So, all right, Ethiopians eat injera, which is like a spongy, like a sour, spongy bread that they eat all their vegetables and food with. Mm-hmm. They took that and made like a taco out of it. It was crazy. They had tiger nut milk. I never actually had tiger nut milk, which is like the precursor to horchata.
Wow.
Right?
Oh,
so like,
okay.
So if you had horchata, you kind of, it's kind of the same thing. But like, they took me on a culinary journey through Africa in one of the whitest places I'd ever been in my life. But it was amazing. And I would tell anybody who had the time, both money and resources, to go to London, Ontario, and eat at Yaya's.
All of those sound really good. Those are all really good recommendations. But you know what? I'm going to make sure I go to Bento before.
You have to.
I have to. It's been
before Black History Month is over.
I have to. Like, my mom was like 2 minutes away. Like, I have no reason.
Really?
Hey, I know you're going to be like,
you're right. No.
I know.
No, listen.
I'm going.
You needed encouragement, and yes. I'm here to encourage you today. That's what it is.
I will be going before Black History Month is over. Okay. So, I think that's my last question. So, it's Friday. You're in Charleston. You're hungry. What are you getting on that Friday? What tickles your fancy?
I mean, Bento. But if we not going Bento, because I already gave her a shout out, there are a couple other Black-owned spots in Charleston that I really, 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 really enjoy that maybe aren't like the most famous, and some people don't care for them, but I do. My Three Sons is one of them.
I love My Three Sons.
I love My Three Sons. It's a traditional meat and three. I got interviewed by WIS 10.
I saw that.
And we did it in My Three Sons. So anytime I get a chance to shout out Antoine, I do, even though he's an Omega. He's still my dog. He's a good bro. He's a good bro. I really enjoy them. Another Black-owned restaurant that I go, it's Black co-owned. But the white dude who owns it with him is amazing. Shout out to Miles. Femi at you ever been to Tootie's, the pizza place? They own a pizza place next to the wine shop.
I heard about that. So I've been to the wine shop, but I have not. Well, when I left the wine shop, I found out the pizza place is Black owned. So I was like, oh, I have to go try this.
So the people who own Graft own Tootie's.
And that's when I found it out. I was like, so I have to go check it out.
And Tootie's is one of the only pizza places in Charleston that has gluten-free crust. So if you are a gluten-free or you have gluten sensitivity, then you might want to try Tootie's.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, and the pizza is
I heard it was really
amazing.
Good. Yeah,
it is so good. And then last but not least, because I got to keep it to 3, shout out to Denitra and Swank Desserts in Summerville, South Carolina.
Listen, the lines out the door, the famous banana pudding.
Well deserved. I was buying food from her when she was operating out of like a ghost kitchen.
Yeah.
And was just selling it like hand to hand like that way before she opened in the spot. And she just made me, it's not on the menu, so don't go bothering that woman about this. But she just made me an oxtail focaccia.
Now, you're going to say don't go bothering her about this. I just want to
actually bother her.
Okay,
because if we bother her
she's going to put it on the menu.
Love, right?
Yes.
Then she might put it on the menu.
Think about it.
It is worth whatever she charges. And that was her first draft. She didn't even get it where she really wanted to be. I'll pay $25 for that thing. I ain't gonna lie. That's me now.
That sounds so good.
It's so good.
Take my money. Like
take my money.
Cash
I just
want
it.
Yeah, no, that sounds amazing. I just love what you do. I love how you highlight, Black-owned spaces, and to be not. And this is the thing with Charleston. It's just like I feel like being Black in Charleston is just such a. It's an experience.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
To be quite frank with you, I feel like if I was doing what I'm doing, but if I was white, I would have been out of here. So I feel in that way, like being Black in Charleston is just kind of like.
These are the questions you should have been asking me. I want to talk about stuff like this. That's amazing. I'm going to let you finish, but that's amazing.
Yeah, I just feel like, granted, I know what I'm doing is great, but I also feel like there are some mediocre white women who can barely do what I'm doing that are just they're everywhere, which, no shade to them, but it just goes back to, like, I feel like as a black woman, they say twice as hard, but I feel like 4 times as hard. Like,
can I offer a different perspective?
Yes.
So when I hear that, the rhetoric about working twice as hard, I always ask why we don't ask white people to be twice or less evil, less vindictive, less bigotry, less prejudice. We wouldn't have to work twice as hard if y'all wasn't some cowards.
Right.
So you got to compensate for somebody else's shortcoming.
Right.
But because we live in the system we live, they don't actually have to change. That's what the white privilege is.
Yeah.
It's that they don't actually have to change or be better to get on and get opportunities. So that's my suggestion is y'all stop being lame.
Right.
If it wasn't lame, then you wouldn't have to work as hard. But I do think there's something to be said about that. And the other thing I will add, if you don't mind, is that I think that
this
Charleston it's my episode. You're right. Charleston is in a very interesting place. I'm 42 years old. And so the Charleston that I grew up in was very black. And in my lifetime, we've seen it go from one of the blackest cities in South Carolina to one of the whitest cities in South Carolina. Mount Pleasant, when I was a child, was 94% black. It is like 8% black now.
You cannot find the black people in Mount Pleasant.
But I don't blame white people because Charleston is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got an international airport. For a town this small, we got an international airport with direct flights to D.C., New York, Toronto, all kind of places. We got James Beard restaurants. We got Michelin well, now we got Michelin in the South, but we got Michelin rated restaurants. We have 2 rivers. We have an ocean. We have island. We have hunting. It don't snow. Like relative to other cities, housing is affordable. Now, not for people who are from here, but if you're from New York City,
this is a sweet deal.
My homegirl, one of my best friends from high school, live in D.C., bro. She got like a 3-bedroom townhouse in D.C. It's worth $1.2 million. If she moved to Charleston, bro, she could buy 2 or 3 houses. She come back home. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, I get why people want to come here. My issue is with our black people.
Yeah.
Right? We don't have a lot of practice with foresight.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of practice with planning. So white people look at Charleston and they can see 100 years in the future because they've had practice looking 100 years in the future. We don't have practice. So let's just say if you consider black people free at emancipation, fine. I'm going to say we were free voting rights. So mid-60s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020. We only been free for 60 years.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of time practicing to learn how to plan long range. And the whole time we've been free, they've been fucking with us. So like we try to survive and plan and strategize.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. But I'm telling my brothers and sisters now, if you do not move back to Charleston within the next 5 years, go ahead, call it Christmas, bro. It's canceled.
Yeah.
Like they are coming. If 42 people a day move here.
Traffic starts at 2:00.
The estimated, I'm on the board of the COG, Charleston, Berkeley, Dorchester Council of Governments. We had a meeting last week. They're expecting an additional 287,000 people to move to Charleston before 2040. That's another Charleston moving to Charleston.
Where are they going?
Berkeley County is next.
Okay, well.
Berkeley County is about to blow, bruh.
All the building and developing that they're doing.
But all the black neighborhoods that we are avoiding right now,
It's
Liberty Hill, go by Liberty Hill. Union Heights, Accoby, Chicora, like stop playing and following these buckra and go live around your people, because if we don't do it in 5 to 10 years, it's going to be a wrap.
You know what's crazy? I remember, like, growing up, it was like, oh, I see your mama coming down Sproul Avenue. That used to be an insult. Like
that was an insult.
You had to fight.
Ma'am.
I saw your mama coming down Sproul. And, like, now when you go down Sproul.
Can I be real?
Yes.
One of my favorite coffee shops is on Sproul. Shout out to Profit Coffee. Them white people do it big now. I love them. They good. They good to me. And that matcha's off the chain. We gotta go get some matcha. I like Profit Coffee. But they on Sproul.
Listen.
Jackrabbit Philly, that dude was he was a finalist for Top Chef. He was on Sproul.
Listen, Provision Kitchen.
On Sproul.
And it's good.
It's good.
And that's why I tell people, I was like, that literally 20 years ago saying, I seen your mom on Sproul. Like, now if you see her, I'm a fist fight. You're getting suspended. Now I was like, was she at brunch?
Bruh.
Like, things have changed.
The Low Country Rapid Transit is coming.
It's coming.
I'm on the board. They're already finished with design. Construction will start in like 2 years. Rivers Avenue is going to be like the Mecca of the Low Country.
The Macon is going to look really different.
I'm trying to live in Accoby. I want to go. To be frank, I want to live in Accoby. But if we do not do it, hear me now. Y'all can't get mad.
Just look at the camera now.
You can't get mad if you don't go buy property in the southern end of North Charleston, Liberty Hill, all the way down. Don't be mad because y'all saw what happened to Johns Island. Mm-hmm. You saw what happened to James Island. Mm-hmm. You saw what happened to Mount Pleasant. Mm-hmm. North Charleston's still holding strong now. But if you want this to be, we can have political power. And anyway, don't get me. This is my episode, but I don't want to run out.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
How can people find you, follow you, connect with you, subscribe to your Substack?
I appreciate you. If you want to follow me, you can do so on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Black Food Fridays. I have a Twitter account. I don't use it because Elon Musk is a fucking loser.
Yeah.
My Substack is whomadethepotato.substack.com. You could be a free subscriber or a paid one if you rock with the work. And I'm going on tour this year. I'm going to come back and talk to you about it because we ain't signed no paperwork yet.
Okay.
But I'm going on tour this year. I'm really going to do a better job of combining my civic engagement background with my Black food history. So we're going on tour. Shout out to the Whitaker Group and some other people who will help me do this. So looking forward to that.
That's exciting. I can't wait for you. You said it on camera, so you have to come back and say
Absolutely. Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. This was another episode of Princess Diaries. Make sure you're connecting with me, Chris Kalen, on Instagram, Facebook, the Chris Kalen on TikTok, and make sure you're connecting with Princess Diaries on YouTube, Instagram, and subscribe to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And make sure you come back for another episode. Thank you, guys.
Give her 5 stars. If you only give her 4 stars, I'm inclined to believe you are a hater.
Hello. It's a wrap.